Welcome back to the MBLE. Through 29 games, we're the first team to lose 20. The writing's on the wall. It's time to tank. Larger cap space earns more player development funds. Jasmine Perkins has an ERA over 5 while getting paid nearly $10 million. Our highest overall player, Michelle Ricci, is only batting 115. Let's save ourselves another $8 milli. Dana Hees won the batting title with me behind the sticks in season 1. I guess she's just lost without me. A $30 million plus surplus means we'll earn nearly $400K in player development funds per game. So how did we get here? I swear, I thought we were on the right path, finishing last year only 2 games below 500. That's 4 games behind for the final playoff spot. But then the offseason came. Alex Yellow was a total bust. She had to go. Gabby Madera's asking for way too much money right now. I regret not targeting 25-year-old Brady Buffins. Taylor Joseph, picked up by the Colorado Aviators. I regret not getting a hold of 24-year-old phenom Lacey Juarez. And 25-year-old superstar Tiana Quintana. The money reload with Koch. Round 18 is where it went off. Seoul gets Reina Castro. Esposito to Seattle. Young stud Mariam Molam to the Islanders. Malia Long to Seattle. Alex Yellow joins the defending champs. And runner-up LA snags Heidi Sluby and Amelie McDaniel, replacing Aaliyah Henderson, who they embarrassed in the Super Series. I'm missing out on all these girls. The story of my life. I'm afraid to make a move. LA keeps spending. We finally get into it, and we'll call her Ellen Majors. Colorado signs Gabby Madera. We miss out on Haley Bravo. And rookie closer Gigi Villanueva. Lily Rocket to Seoul. Did get another upgrade to our bullpen, Greta Cherry, who had 2 good years with the Stars. Sophia Pagan signs with her 3rd team in 3 years, and the legend of Zelda Mathis headed to the Dominican Republic. Our former teammate Belinda Ortega going to Motor City. But we get younger and better with 21-year-old Dolphy Plaintiff. Not a ton of optimism heading into opening day. At best, I think we're a 500 ball club. I made a new logo for the Motor City Cruisers. That hot rod they had before was too masculine. Opening day lineups at the Motor Yard. Top of the 4th, no score. Michelle Ricci with a solo shot to right off Avery Horton. Alexia Jensen pitching a 3-hit shutout into the 7th. Pitch number 104 is a base hit to center, chases her out of the game. Former teammate Belinda Ortega stands in to face Jasmine Perkins. And it's a single to center. Former Dominican Storm Gossie Burgess' 2nd double of the game gives the Cruisers the lead. 2 women on, nobody out in the 8th. Cassie Parmigiano strikes out Cece Martinez and Michelle Ricci. Sarah McCormick singles to right. Sleeves Aguilar's going home. The throw from Eliza Salgado got her. 2 on, nobody out in the 8th. Parmigiano K's Dana Heaves, gets Jasmine Brentwood looking, and the pinch-hitting Corin Daniels pops out to put this one to bed. The starting pitchers and Burgess, the 3 stars of the game. Vegas takes game 2, but falls in game 3. We welcome the Seoul Tigers for a home opener at Red Rock Park. Top of the 4th, no score. Dolly Sierra straightaway center, gone. 1 on, bottom of the 7th, Sleeves Aguilar hits it way out of here. 463 feet, we sure she ain't a dude? The rookie Ellen Majors making her MBLE debut with 2 on against Dolly Sierra, and that's not good. But she gets her to ground to 2nd to end the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. Cece Martinez sends this one on a ride. Dolly Sierra robs her. Majors sends one in the dirt and Liberty Dixon takes 2nd. On the next pitch, Lily Rocket brings her home and we're all tied up at 2. Ellen Majors at bat in the 10th hits a line drive right off of Harper Cannon, who's knocked out. And the catcher doesn't even go check on her. Top of the 12th, 2 on, 2 out for Linfield Watkins. It's a line drive off the wall on left that brings everybody in. And that's your ball game. Dolly Sierra was a double away from the cycle. Alexis Brazon's barely holding together. So we dump her for former Louisiana Steam Amara Mack. We blow 2 3-run leads in game 2, but avoid the sweep with a 1-0 win in game 3. On our way to 9-20, we did get plus 14 accuracy for Jasmine Perkins, but still, she had to go. And plus 9 accuracy for rookie Ellen Majors. That brings us to where we started this video. At the bottom of the standings with the 2 previous league champions. We made our roster moves, and now pray for us as we try to avoid the sweep against the 1st place Los Angeles Queens. Of course, Mariam Pollard gets rocked in the 1st inning, giving up this 3-run shot to Brianna Carrillo. Bottom of the 1st, bases loaded, 1 out, Amara Mack strikes out, followed up by Jasmine Brentwood. And nice dance, Blue. Then in the second inning, August Hiker is going to send this one out just inside the foul pole. Top of the fifth, Carrillo goes yard again against the newly acquired Hallie Drake. We lose 6-1. Nora Bowman strikes out 11. Let's continue to cut payroll. Bridget McCann sold, she got gray hair. The defending champs struggling cut Alex Yellow and brought back Wilma Avalos. We get plus 12 arm on Jasmine Brentwood. At the halfway point, we've got twice as many losses as wins and a minus 61 run differential. Amara Mack tied for the lead in caught stealing, the only Vegas player on any of the leaderboards. 45 games in, and we've lost 30 of them. But Ellen Majors continues to develop, plus 14 velocity. The Cuba Stars sign her old teammate, Messi Fellatio. Dolphy Plaintiff acquires the inside pitch trait. Then the Stars free up a ton more cap space, cutting last year's postseason hero, Peyton Hernandez. Gah, Areste Womati's fallen apart, so we dump her and pick up the 29-year-old former Motor City Cruiser, Pearl Jam Peralta. The New York Money free up a ton of cap space, dumping Aubrey Galindo and picking up our old teammate Vida Gonzalez, letting go of Fiona Harding in favor of Juniper Cherry, and ousting Reagan Houston, replacing her with another former teammate, Ryan Archer. Leaves Aguilar takes the horse hormones, gets her plus 16 speed. The good teams spend the money as the year goes on, and that's why our former best overall player, Michelle Ricci, is going to Colorado. Then there's the defending champs. Not gonna make a run this year, cutting feather exuberantly. And the original champs continue to unload, letting go of Alea Locos and bringing in another former Vegas player, Val Newton. The Seattle Sounds trying to make a run sign our old pal Jasmine Perkins. Estella Franklin let go by Cuba. The money cut 3 more players. And as the season winds down, more and more expensive players get let go by teams not going to the playoffs. Then Motor City takes a chance on Alex Yellow for a postseason run. Final game of the regular season. Vegas going for the sweep of the money and to tie them for the worst record in all the MBLE. Leaves Aguilar leads off with a base hit against our old teammate Val Newton. She steals second, steals third, then scores on the error by Penelope Mercado trying to turn the double play. Bottom of the second, a rattled Britt Glenn doesn't look so rattled on this one. 2 on, bottom of the fifth, Mercado makes up for the error going way out of here. The money get the 4-1 win and we take sole possession of last place. Former teammate Trini Fontina had 4 hits and 3 stolen bases. Final game of the year for these two, and the Storms need to win to pass up the Motor City Cruisers for the final playoff spot. We've got fireworks to start this one off. A couple solo shots to left make it 1-1 after 1. Top of the fifth, 1 on, nobody out. It's 3-2 LA. Brianna Carino's line drive to left is just fair. Hallie Cortez starts the relay to former Queen Zelda Mathis, who throws it out of play and both runners score. Bottom of the seventh, 1 on, nobody out. The lefty Aya Lansley gets pinch hit for by the righty Emberly Hardcore against right-handed pitcher Emma Cruz. And it works out. Hardcore sucked in the last video, but brings a run in this one. Leave it up to Haley Cortez. This 2-run blast in the bottom of the 8th would be enough to get the Storms the win. Emerson Simmons, a home run and 2 doubles. The Louisiana Steam look to complete the sweep against the Colorado Aviators and clinch the #1 seed. Just leave it up to good old Stink Reliable. So much for that, as Taylor Joseph lines one right off Stink's face. But she somehow manages to finish the first inning, getting Marigold Rossi to ground out with the bases loaded. Tay-Tay continues to wreck Louisiana pitchers, this time with a 2-run blast in the second. Top of the seventh, bases loaded, 1 out for Petrie Robinson, who hits a grand slam off #1 ranked Adeline Panther. That's Robinson's 17th homer of the year, and she's up again with the bases loaded in the 8th and drives in a couple more runs. This little twig, Tippy Sharp, launches a bomb into center, but that's not going to be enough. The Steam wins 6-3. All 6 runs batted in by Petrie Robinson. And there's one final series. If the Islanders sweep the Sounds, they can clinch the final playoff spot. It comes down to 2-9 Miriam Molum against former Vegas pitcher Jackie Thomas. Before there's anybody out in the bottom of the first, Annalise Testa, the huge grand slam into left. It's 6-0, Jackie still pitching in the second, and now Annalise Barrera goes yard off her. The Islanders win this one 17-4. The Annalises combined for over 30 home runs this year. Seattle and us are the only 2 teams with 3 losing seasons. LA and Colorado, the only 2 with 3 winning seasons. 30 30-48 is one game better than the Boston Charm in Season 1. Despite giving up a grand slam to end the year, Adeline Panthers still rank the #1 overall player in the league. The Islanders, in humidity at sea level, crushing the hell out of the ball. Sarah McCormick cracks the list of most strikeouts. We're the Speed Demons, and nobody makes the list for most stolen bases. Rookie closer Gigi Villanueva ends up second in saves. Mariam Pollard cracks the list with hitters in position, but it obviously wasn't good enough to make the playoffs. A big-time pitching matchup for Game 1 between Colorado and LA, reflected in a 3-0 Aviator win. It's Field versus Correa for Game 1 in Louisiana, and the Islanders feast on cinnamon, Maldonado and Murillo for Game 2 in LA. The Aviators with another 3-run win. Think reliable, good to go against Mariam Mullen, and she only gives up a solo home run in the big Louisiana win. Colorado going for the sweep of the Queens at Big Sky Ballpark. Bottom of the third, 2-0 LA. Regina Chapman rocking the gray hair gone. Chapman's next at-bat is Irene Frown's 8th strikeout. Then LA's offense breaks out. The former Seattle Sound Amelie McDaniels 2-out double clears the 2 base runners to make it 5-1. With the bases loaded, Emma Cruz strikes out Ray Handshake, and Tiana Quintana. Do your dance, Blue. LA avoids the sweep with a 5-2 win. The Steam and Islanders, tied at 1, shift their series out to Hawaii. Nobody out, bottom of the second, Annalise Testa gets the scoring started with an RBI triple. She comes home when the ball gets away from Noelle Grayweather, and I'm not really sure how you score this one. Nobody out in the third, Clementine Ahmed's double to left scores 2. Katie Instigate's shutout bid is ruined by Freddie Hammerhead's monster solo shot in the 6th, but the Islanders come away with the convincing 5-2 win. In Colorado, put the Queens away in 4. Before there's anybody out, the former Soul Tiger Heidi Sluby to dead center, 2-0 LA. Still nobody out. Lane Shannon hits one out of the park, 4-0. Bottom of the third, it's 4-2. Kyrie Shavell goes yard as Colorado chips away at that early deficit. Claire Adams' base hit with 2 on in the 4th ties thing up at 4. 1 out, runners at the corners in the 5th. The elderly Regina Chapman goes yard again. Then it's our old buddy Michelle Ricci with the bases loaded in the 7th. The double into the right center gap blows this thing wide open. The Aviators clinch their second Super Series berth with an 11-4 win. Clutch performance from Journey Morse to bounce back after getting rocked in the 1st. The senior citizen Regina Chapman with a home run, double, and 5 RBIs. Now it's our old buddy Nicole Eccles gonna try to keep Louisiana's season alive. But this doesn't help. Raylan Garrett's 3-run bomb in the 2nd makes it 4-1 Isles. A+ Lacey Juarez against A+ Freddie Hammerhead. Advantage, Shark. Gets the steam back in this. 3 batters later, the grinning Alyssa Musto goes yard, and this thing is tied halfway through. 1 out, runners at the corners in the 6th for the pinch-hitting Diegra Sanchez. The former Vegas Showgirls sacrifice fly gives the Islanders the 6-5 lead. Top of the 9th, 2 outs, Helen Pearson gets Freddie Hammerhead to fly out into foul territory, and that sends the Hawaiian Islanders to the Super Series. Season 1 was about the pinstripes. 2 the purple. This year, all Mountain West. The lineups for Game 1 at Big Sky Ballpark. 2 outs, bases loaded. Taylor Joseph strikes out to end the 5th, and she mad. Through 5 2/3, Adeline Panther has only given up 1 hit until Alessandra Grant goes yard into dead center. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs for Clementine Ahmed. Nice diving play by Michelle Ricci ends the inning. Then Ricci at the plate with runners at the corners. Raylan Garrett can't handle the ground ball and Colorado takes the lead. Bases loaded for Ray Handshake. Harper Anderson gets her to whiff. Bases loaded, nobody out in the 8th. Giselle Horton gets Carla Serrano, brings up Raylan Garrett. The tough line drive stopped by Handshake, gets the out at first, but the game is tied. 2 on for Annalise Barrera. And she goes down looking. Then things get really crazy in the bottom half of the 8th. A pair of doubles off the high left field wall from Quintana and Madera get Colorado the lead. Bases loaded for Kyrie Shavell off the glove of Bellin Abbott and a run scores. After Shavell walks, Abbott can't handle the high pitch and another run scores. Handshake walks, and finally they get Tiana Quintana to pop out to short. But the Aviators take Game 1 6-2. Former showgirl Gabby Madera, one of the 3 stars alongside the starting pitchers. Mullen versus Maldonado for Game 2. Michelle Ricci, having an incredible postseason, leads off with a double off the wall. She steals 3rd, then scores on the ground out from Taylor Joseph for the first run of the game. Still in the 1st inning, Ray Handshake goes yard to left. Top of the second, nobody on, 2 outs. Annalise Barrera skies this one out to center, gone. 2 on, 2 out, 4-1 Colorado in the 5th. Ground ball by Marigold Rossi, gonna have a play at the plate. The throw from Alessandra Grant, got her! Bottom of the 6th, and Regina Chapman continues to roll. That baby is gone. Her 3rd of the postseason. Islanders climbing back in it in the 8th. Bases loaded for Lindsey McDonald. The high fly ball off the top of the wall. 2-run score, and we're tied at 5. Brings up Annalise Barrera. Giselle Horton gets her swinging. The hard line drive to left from Artisanal Fisher. Tiana Quintana can't track it, and the Islanders go ahead. 1 out, bottom of the 9th, Michelle Ricci caught stealing. Just like the good old days. 2 batters later, Kyrie Shavewell says, let's end this. Way out of here. 457 feet, the walk-off win for Colorado. Maldonado 11 Ks and 6+, and Shavewell the hero at the end. Aviators going for the sweep as the series shifts to the Aloha State. Bottom of the 4th, neither team with a hit until Lindsey McDonald goes yard towards the erupting volcano. Lacey Juarez enters the game with 2 on and 1 out in the 6th, strikes out Kyrie Shavewell. And Ray Handshake, who's deceptively strong. The next inning, with 2 outs, Regina Chapman lines to left. Alessandra Grant gonna throw another runner out? No! Harper Anderson comes in with 2 on, 1 out in the 8th, strikes out Handshake and Quintana. Evergreen Lynn still going in the 8th, strikes out Ray Lynn Garrett. Ray Handshake leads off the top of the 11th with a stand-up double. Diana Quintana moves her over to 3rd, and she scores from the ground ball out by Marigold Rossi. But the Aviator bats aren't settled with that. The pinch-hitting Claire Adams knocks one out off Mew Calhoun to put Colorado up by 4. Clementine Ahmed, the last hope for the Islanders, flies out to right, and that's gonna do it. The Aviators storm the field. Hopefully this will be the Showgirls one day, throwing Evergreen Lynn into the air. Woo! Congratulations to the Colorado Aviators, the Season 3 MBLE champions. Especially these 2 old showgirls on the right. Michelle Ricci, the highest ranked position player in the postseason, she has to be thrilled that I cut her. See ya next year!